day. So much is happening. But for those that I have not had the chance to meet yet, my name is Melissa Darby. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and my mom in love and the person that I do life with, Debbie Darby, is going to be on later. She's an Emerald Ambassador. She's also a Jewel. And, you know, it's crazy because 5 years ago this month, it was April 25th, 2013. Like everything else in life, we do it together. And we decided to jump in. And I can't believe that we've done this job and we've loved it for 5 years. Like, I've done the whole corporate America thing, the big girl panties job, and I'm telling y'all, to be this excited, this on fire about what we're doing just speaks volumes. And I just can't believe that this is our 5-year anniversary with Plexus, and we are still going strong. So the two of us jumped in together, and I don't think that either one of us have ever been as excited about our future than we are right now. But enough about this. I am so excited, honored, privileged, a bit becleft because I feel like we have elite among us tonight, although she says she's working class. We all know the Hollywood royalty on our team is not working class. So with that being said, we want to honor your time. So let's jump in. We're going to try to keep this to 30 minutes. Y'all are here tonight to hear from Kelly. Kelly Lintz is our superstar spotlight new Sr.Ruby, y'all. She just promoted to Sr.Ruby at the end of March. And that means she is one promotion away from the Plexus and the trip to Maui. And we know she's going to be rolling with us in Maui this year. But y'all, Kelly has some things that are just like us and some things that are very much not like us. She has 2 kids, and she and her kids have brought the Hollywood scene as well. But, you know, it's like you can look at her and see the Hollywood side, but she's a mom of 2 that has the same dreams that we have. And I want y'all to help celebrate her because of this awesome promotion, and just realize that she's lived an incredible life. Her story is very different than some of us as an actress, but she's a mom of 2 like many of us and has found her passion in Plexus. So please help me celebrate and welcome Kelly Lintz, Sr.Ruby. Kelly, take it away.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you, Melissa. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
I'm coming to you live from the bustling metropolis of Dayton, Ohio, which is not where I live, but I'm here attending the Irma Bombeck Comedic Writers Conference because one of my bucket list items that I want to do before I die is write a book about my family's experiences in Hollywood. And I know everything you could possibly ask about as far as getting your kids into the industry in Hollywood, but I know nothing about publishing a book. So that's why I'm here, and I feel a little out of my depth, a little scared, a little like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm treating it just like I treated Plexus, and I'm doing it scared anyway. Because there is gold to be found on the other side of that fear. Quick correction, I'm actually a mom of 4 kids, not 2. Somehow in our communications, I forgot to tell you about 2 of my other kids, but that's okay.
You just told me about your 2 famous ones.
Well, they're actually all 4.
All 4?
They're all 4 child actors. I'll get to that in a minute.
That's just so much to keep up with. I can't keep up. You're just too. You're too much.
Try living it. Try living it.
I can't even imagine.
Anyway, I've been a Plexus ambassador for about 22 months now. I stumbled across the products when a friend of mine, a fellow actress who I was on a show on NBC with years ago called Surface, told me she'd been able to get off of her anxiety medication by using Plexus products. And that really resonated with me because at the time, while my life looked really good on paper, my emotions were not matching up to my circumstances. I was tired all the time, irrationally irritable, couldn't sleep, bloated, very anxious. And if I'm being honest, I just wasn't all that excited about life. And so I tried the products, and 3 weeks later, I felt a lift. And 3 months later, I was a brand new person. And it was an honest to God answer to prayer for me, to the point where I was sitting in a Starbucks one day writing this book that I'm writing, and I felt something go through my body, and I was like, what was that? And I realized that it was joy. And I hadn't felt the emotion of joy in so long that I just sat there and started crying like an absolute idiot in the middle of Starbucks. But when I first started taking these products, I didn't even realize it was part of a network marketing thing. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because had I known that, I might not have tried it. Had a very bad taste in my mouth about network marketing in general. I was not looking for a business opportunity at all. Like, if you would have asked me on a scale of 0 to 10, I would have said negative 78. And the reason for that was because I already had a career. I had probably 6 careers that I loved. I've been working as an actress in Hollywood, not in Hollywood, but in film and television for the last 25 years. I do consider myself very much a working class actress in that I've played a lot of smaller roles in a lot of big projects and been really fortunate. But I also do tons of other stuff. I write, I do voiceover work, I voice a lot of audiobooks. I coach many, many child actors all over the country. And 4 of them are my own. And they have managed to become pretty successful.
Deb, is she frozen for you? Okay. It looks like we might have lost her. Let's just give her a second to come back. She's in a hotel, so you know how that goes. Okay, I heard somebody join back on. I'm hoping it's her. Look at my cute hat. This is a big time sucker. Boom, boom. Isn't that cute? It's the rose gold collection. I hear Debbie laughing.
Yes. Oh, I can hear it. I know she's going to get back on.
I know she's going to get back on.
This brings back memories of us 5 years ago trying to do conference calls.
It is the Darby girls' luck. We have technical difficulties.
I'm back. I'm so sorry.
Yay!
I'm so sorry, you guys. Anyway, so so I'm chasing my 4 kids all over the place. You may have seen some of my kids in projects like Under the Dome. I've had not 1 but 2 kids on Walking Dead. My oldest daughter is in a film right now called Love, Simon, which is doing really well in the theaters. My other daughter works in Los Angeles on a show for Amazon called Bosch, which is a great show if you're looking for another show to binge. And we just, I was really busy. And also I was a little bit snobby. I remember saying to my sponsor, I'm an artist. I don't sell things except for myself and my children to Hollywood. Okay. But what happened was that I had such amazing results that people started asking me questions. They were like, you look smaller. What are you doing? Or you are like all of a sudden really nice. What's happening to you? And that was my neighbors that said that to me. And I was like, I don't know. I think it's this stuff. That's the only thing I'm doing differently. And they were like, well, what is this stuff? Where do you get this stuff? And I was like, well, you get the stuff. 1 second. Join Plexus. You get that from me. You get it from me. Huh? And so I started getting it to my friends that first month, but I was not going to get all obnoxious about it. Then I got my first paycheck. And I was like, I ranked to silver and I didn't even know what that meant. And I was like, what the heck is this? There's got to be a mistake. Honey, I think I might have embezzled from the company accidentally. And it was then that I realized that not only was this going to be an answer to my health problem, but it was going to be an answer to our unstable financial situation as well. Because really, you can't find a more unstable profession than anything in the arts. And the question most asked in my house for 25 years was, what do you got coming in this month? And in my 20s and 30s, I was willing to sort of starve for my art. But in my 40s, I kind of just wanted to like get a new car and not have to work until I die doing like commercials for Depends. Not that I wouldn't do one, but this was going to allow me to finally have some peace in our financial situation. So I got intentional. I watched every video you could possibly imagine. I started posting on Facebook, though I did only post once a week. I had a thing about that, but I posted once a week very intentionally. And I started ranking up. I went to gold in about 3 months, senior gold in about 5 months. Then we had a little bit of a record scratch. My 12-year-old son, Matt, or no, he wasn't 12, he was 15 at the time. He landed a series regular role on a show for TNT called The Alienist. And that was phenomenal news because he had 2 years of kind of a dry spell. And it was a very painful 2 years for him where he screen tested 9 times, including to be the next Spider-Man, and got 9 no's. So there was no question that we were going to take this job. But the only catch was that it shot in Budapest, Hungary. And we were going to have to go there for 6 months. And my first thought was, okay, clearly I will have to take an extra suitcase filled with 6 months full of Plexus, which I did because I was not going to go without it. But as far as the business side went, I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to let things coast and hope that my business is there when I get back. But what I found when I got over there is that the only difference between me sharing what I'm passionate about via my cell phone and my computer in Alpharetta, Georgia, and sharing what I'm passionate about via my phone and my computer in Budapest, Hungary, was a 6-hour time difference. And aside from keeping my son alive and getting him to set on time, I had nothing else to do. So I would get up in the morning and he would go to set and I would sit in his trailer and I would write my book because nobody was up yet over here. And then around noon or 1, when people started waking up, I started working my Plexus business. And I would be doing Zoom calls at like 11 and 12 at night over there with people. And I have a big base of my team is in Los Angeles because I have a lot of stage moms on my team. So sometimes at midnight, I would be messaging them as they got up for the next day. It was crazy. But the long and the short of it is I ranked to Ruby while I was in Budapest, Hungary. So if you're sitting at home and you're talking yourself out of this with a lot of excuses, I don't have time, I don't have the network, I just have 2 words for you. Budapest, Hungary. I did this from there. And if I can do it from there, you can do it from here. Let me tell you. So after the 6 months were up, and not only that, I had almost every crew member and couple actors drinking the pink drink. So when they're like ready to launch Eastern Europe, I've already got Hungary covered. So I came home and kept working. There were times where I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. I'm not going to be able to sustain this. But if I could tell everyone one thing that sustained me, I really felt like God led me to this, first of all. And so I didn't feel the clearance to quit because he specifically told me, this is what I want you to do, even though it seems like way off the beaten path down a dirt road. This is what I want you to do so that you have the time freedom to write the book that I want you to write that's going to tell people to quit looking at fame and start looking at me. And So I worked this when I felt like it, and I worked this when I didn't. And I worked this when it was going really well, and I worked this when it wasn't going so well. Because what I found was that there were days where I felt like I did everything and nothing happened. But there were also days where I felt like I did nothing and everything happened. But nothing would have happened if I hadn't been putting in the work day in, day out, no matter what. So that is what my one encouragement would be to you. So I came home, and when I was Ruby, and I ranked to Sr.Ruby, and I was for the first time able to buy a brand new car in over 2 decades. And it's not my Plexus Lexus. It's my Sr.Ruby Santa Fe. And I love him very much. I am cheating on my husband with my car. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, I like cried when I got that car, you guys. And my Sr.Ruby paycheck can pay every one of our fixed costs. So what I make as an actor, or the 5,000 other jobs that I have, it's extra. And if you don't think that's a blessing for this self-employed artist, then you've never been a self-employed artist. So, you know, they say that most millionaires have 7 streams of income, and they don't usually apologize for that. They actually don't really care what people think about that. I had about 6 going into this, and Plexus is my 7th, and it's fast becoming my favorite. So thanks. That's all I got.
That's awesome.
And thank you for giving me a trial run at that, because I have to do that talk at the Atlanta Opportunity Meeting next week. So this was like a trial run. Thank you.
I have a feeling, and I think most would probably agree, that you're probably going to kill it. So good luck. And thank you so much for taking the time just to share your life with us. Everybody has their own story. And I think you have a really special, a really unique one, because to me, I think so many people look to acting and the recognition and being in that scene. I mean, I tried out to be on E and thought that's what I wanted to be a news anchor. And I have found so much more fulfillment with this job, being with you guys, and really feeling like I'm changing lives. And I think the neat thing is that, Kelly gets to do both and still gets to be a mom. But hearing about the income freedom for me was what sealed the deal. I'm like, okay, if people can hear this story and see how Plexus has changed her life, any of us can do this. So anyway, I just loved it. Thank you. And I promised that we would be done at 9. So we only have about 10 minutes left. And I know that y'all got on this call to hear my question and answer session, right? I mean, that is why you guys got on. I know that's not. So, and I do have some great questions. I've answered all of them. I think I'm just going to go ahead and tackle one so that we have time to finish up with our big, exciting new opportunity that we're going to announce tonight on this call. So, there were so many great questions. And like I said, I will go back and I will respond to each on the Darby team page. But I just want to respect y'all's time, and I want us to be able to end with a bang. So, one of the questions that I got that I thought was so good, the question is, I'm a leader, I'm walking the walk, and I'm doing all the things that we've been trained to do. My team doesn't seem to have the same desire to put forth the effort I always do. I walk the walk, but how can I change it so that they will do the same? Isn't that a good question? The reason I wanted to pick this one of all of them is because if you're a leader, if you have people on your team, I think every single one of us have come to this realization of, and this sounds kind of, if I could just have somebody that if I just had somebody that would want to do this half as much as I would, man, I know that I'd be set. John Maxwell calls this the leadership lid. What you do sets the bar for your team. So most are going to do a level below what you do, maybe even more than that. So it's super important that you blow the lid off your leadership. And how you do that is by recruiting people that will or could or could surpass you. The people that scare you, you know, the ones that are well networked, they're driven in life, they're social, they're well connected, and of course, people that need the products. We don't ever want to exclude them. But what I found when I started with this is that I was more comfortable sharing the products and not as confident in sharing the business. And when I decided to start going for people that I knew needed the opportunity more than we did, although we needed it, and went for people that I knew it was going to be scary and that they probably weren't going to say yes the first time, but when they said yes, that it would change everything, it changed my business. Let me see. Okay, sorry, I made some notes here. So for those current team members, I mean, you can't make them do what you do. And I know we've all learned that the hard way. They're going to have to want it. Are you casting vision with your team? Are you helping them see the long-term plan of Plexus, not just this month? I'm talking about the legacy that Tarl and Jen Hawkins speak of for your family, for your future, the big story. It took me a little while to catch the vision of Plexus, but watching others succeed is what gave me vision. And then being at events, that lit me on fire. So are your team members coming to events with you? If they aren't seeing and feeling your passion, it's going to be hard for them to duplicate it. Show them the income possibilities. Make sure that they know what this opportunity offers, especially in terms of financial, because people don't believe it. It doesn't seem real. And I know that it's faux pas and we shouldn't talk about money, but y'all, this is the one time in life. It's okay. It is okay, because I've had conversations with several people that said, you know what, I just don't think this is my deal. And then we talked about their job and how they were miserable. And when I got real with them about the income opportunity, they said, okay, I thought you could make a couple $100 with this, like maybe $1,000 a month. I had no idea. So it is okay to talk about money with this business, because that is what I really think more than anything will help people to see that it's up to you to make this whatever you want it to be. And we talk about the 80-20 rule, okay? So 80% of your ambassadors, they're going to be content where they are. They're going to be people that love the products. They might go silver, or they might share with a few people, and they are making a couple $100 a month. They can pay that car payment maybe, and they're great with that. And if they're great with that, you need to be great with that. If they don't have the drive to be more, they're going to feel pressured and pushed by you. So that's why having those coaching calls and understanding the goals of each one of your team members is so huge, because you really need to customize your training and your coaching. If you put all of your time into 80% of people that are really just content and don't necessarily want to go for it, that's exhausting and you're not getting anywhere. Not everyone wants to be a jewel. I get that. I do, because this is network marketing. It's a real job. So it's important for people to know that they can be and do whatever they want to do, and that it's okay if they want to be a gold ambassador and that is their ultimate life goal with Plexus. It's important for you to know that, to love on them, but that's not where you want to focus all of your time, okay? You want to put 90% of your time into 20% of your all-in peeps, the ones that have drawn their line in the sand. The ones, these are the ones you want to incentivize, okay? These are the ones that you want to have coaching calls with. These are the ones that that you know have the drive. And even if they don't do it as much as you, if you know that they want to, that's teachable. And if you don't have 20% right now, you got to go find them, okay? So what may have happened is that you've got really more like 95% that are content and maybe 5% that want to go for it. That is not going to get you where you want to be. So go find those influencers. Invest in them. Cast a vision in them. Give them the opportunity to lead from the beginning. have them share their story on a call, put them in a position of leadership, because they will feel like, wow, she trusts me enough to give me the opportunity to share. It's great practice, and they will feel like such a more of the culture that way. Make sure that your all-inners understand the legacy that this company offers. So long answer, but I think that's just such an important question. In a few different ways, people ask, how can I motivate my team? You cannot drag a dead horse to the water. So it's okay to keep going. I mean, the one big thing that we always tell people, even as diamonds, y'all, I am growing, I'm recruiting, I'm looking for people all the time. So that part of your job is never, ever, ever, ever going to change. Okay, looking at the time, I'm glad I just chose that one, because now we're going to talk about our very own big reveal. Okay, Debbie, Darby, and I have been cooking up something really special. Can you tell we're excited? Like just a little bit, maybe? This is exclusive just for our team. I'm all about One Plexus. It's always the more the merrier, but this is an opportunity that it truly is a charge per person. Deb's going to share more about it. So it's so important that y'all understand how huge this is. We've never had anything like this offered to our team. And Debbie, I want you to start us off. What is the whole flip the switch thing? What flip are we switching?
Okay. First of all, I got to say this. Mel said not everybody wants to be a jewel. And you know what? She's right, I guess. But hello, Lexus in the driveway in Hawaii. Okay, not everybody wants to, but I'm telling you,
I don't get why.
What?
I don't understand why.
It's pretty much fun, guys. Okay, flip the switch. Okay, here it is, April, and we're all thinking, of course, summer. You hear it every time, every spring. This time of the year, you're hearing about summer. And so what's going through our minds? Well, for you guys, you're thinking swimsuit and shorts. Me, I wouldn't be caught dead in shorts. I put on a swimsuit because I have to. Mostly, I'm thinking about how little of fabric goes around my body starting in June. So I'm already thinking, okay, body, weight, healthy, that kind of stuff. So what if we could flip that switch? Hey, what if you could get into a program that focuses on your health and your weight that could absolutely really change your lifestyle forever and ever? And you have been hearing some really buzzwords that kind of are scary, and Mel's going to touch on those in just a second. But what if those buzzwords could help you kickstart losing about 10 pounds in 3 weeks? I'm not saying you're gonna, but I'm saying it can happen, because you know what? It happened to me. Okay, so what if our exclusive program that we're getting ready to start, the challenge, was coached and trained by April Miller? April is a Plexus ambassador on my team, on the Darby team. She is I've got it written down, board certified holistic health coach. She is a certified primal health coach, and she is an essential oil expert in training. And I'm talking years of training to be a holistic health coach, because she was on my team while she was going through that long bit of training. But that's where her passion is. That's where her heart is. And she runs these programs 4 times a year. And this isn't just her passion. This is her source of income other than Plexus. And she is offering this to us because she loves us and she loves Plexus. We're getting it free, guys. I want you to understand what a big deal it is that she is giving us this time. So let me tell you what this means, what you get from that. We're going to start a Facebook group page, and April is going to be in charge of that page. She really doesn't even want us saying too much on it because she is so detailed, and it is so important to her what is communicated information-wise. Anyway, we are going to be trained and coached by April. She's going to be doing live videos. You're going to learn how to eat and live healthy. And you're going to learn that the hows and the whys of these buzzwords you've been hearing. And y'all, I did this in January. The recipes are absolutely to die for. Imagine somebody telling you you can put a stick of butter in some chicken you fix, or a cup of whole whipping cream, that you could eat that, and not only would it be okay, it would be good for you. So you're going to learn how this works. And let me just say, when I did it, I finished those 3 weeks feeling healthier, more energetic. I lost 8 pounds, more focused, and can I just say, aging backwards more than I had in a long time. This program, along with Triplex, is like the perfect marriage. They go so well together, and April's going to help us incorporate both the Plexus products and this program together. So here's what's going to happen. You will join the Facebook page, but we want you to be very intentional about who you invite. It's not just for ambassadors, but think your potentials. Very intentional. We're taking this seriously. This isn't just to add people to the page, and if they do it, fine. If they don't, that's okay. This is serious. And we want those who are going to take it seriously to join us. So it's an honor to be asked. The prep will start on Wednesday, April the 18th. And y'all, that's when the bone broth cleanse starts. I know some of you are going, I don't know if I can do that. But if I can do it, anybody can. Then on Monday the 23rd, the challenge starts, and it goes through May the 13th. This is different than any kind of challenge we've ever done, than really any ambassador or jewel that I've seen, different than any of them have done. I want you to think about it. I want you to try it. It's going to change your life. It's exciting. So you're going to start hearing a lot more about it starting tomorrow, okay? So I'm excited to see you all on it. And Mel, I think you probably have more to add to that.
Just a little bit, and then we're almost done, y'all. But we're kind of saving some good. Are y'all excited? I mean, I know you're muted, but I know y'all are excited because when we found out that we were able to bring this to our team and have some exclusivity in it, it really made me excited because we're doing something different that's proven, okay? I know that word proven is a really important word. I will tell y'all that I've been her client, okay? Because we all know that my family is a medical mess. And just because I'm a Plexus Diamond does not mean that all my health is just magically disappear, that I'm just, okay, we still got problems. Me especially. We know this, I'm special. But really, my autoimmune issues, I've had kidney stones and mono and so many issues. Plexus has helped so much, but I needed more. I was really, really struggling, and I wanted to be the best leader I could be. And y'all, I hired April to be my health coach, and it has changed my life. Speaking of bone broth, so I know that's kind of a buzzword, and people are hearing, about bone broth, and it sounds nasty. I'm like a picky, I don't know about it. We're talking about 3 days, y'all. I drank bone broth all day, every day, and twice on Sunday for 8 months. Okay, so if I can do that, I promise you can do this for 3 days. It tastes like chicken broth. It's it is not bad. It's not the best thing ever, but you know what? It is the best thing ever. It healed my gut. It restored my collagen. I had leaky gut and didn't even know it, y'all. So this bone broth thing, it's a detoxifier, and it doesn't make you feel bad. It actually makes you feel like you're drinking something that's healing you, like, almost like coffee in the morning or soup, something really healing. Okay. So she has helped really get my health back on course again, because I wasn't eating right. I was not taking care of myself. I knew how to say all the right things, but I wasn't doing it. And I have learned now how to eat right, how to make better choices, and how to cut sugar out of my diet. I was totally addicted to sugar. I could only take a half of a Probio 5. If I took more than that, I would get kidney stones because the die-off was so bad. For real. So let me just wrap this up here. She's the real deal. She is actually going to talk to us about bone broth. Like I said, some of you, if you haven't heard about this stuff, I don't want you to be intimidated, because April is a teacher, okay? She is going to educate us. And what's so beautiful about that is that then you're going to be able to educate your audience. And when people know, and when they hear you talking about cutting edge health and wellness, really big buzzwords like that, they're going to say, she knows what she's doing. So we're going to learn about intermittent fasting. I don't know, some may have tried it. You may not have ever heard of it. It's a wonderful way to really not only lose some weight, but also to really restore your gut. And when you do that, everything is in balance. We're also going to talk about ketogenic. It's a way of eating. I know y'all probably heard about the ketogenic diet. Don't freak, okay? Again, it's a way of eating, okay? So she's going to offer great recipes. She's going to come on and do Facebook Lives for us, and she's going to offer Q&A. So what I love about that is that you guys are going to be able to write in to a certified holistic health coach and get answers. So it's not just all of us on a team thread trying to figure it out. We've got a licensed professional that has chosen to make this her mission. I'm so excited, because I feel like we will be she has been able to teach me so much along the way, from how to grocery shop to how to feed my family. And, it wasn't about weight loss for me, but I got shredded. Just areas where, anyway, it's been great. So most people definitely do lose weight on the challenge. If that's not something that you're looking for, that's okay too. There are, you can make it your own. So I know Debbie pretty much said everything there is, but if it sounds scary, don't be scared. Think about, what if you could flip the switch on your health and your weight and your mindset? The biggest part of flipping the switch for me was how I thought about food, okay? Would it be worth trying? For free, I would say absolutely. So we are so excited to bring this to y'all. We're going to have a Facebook page that's going to be out here soon. And that's it, y'all. I think we are done for the night. If you have any more questions, we'll be here. We'll be able to answer them. And Debbie made some great graphics that now we'll be able to post that talks a little bit more about the program. So thank you all for jumping on tonight. We had an awesome turnout. Kelly, thank you so much for being our guest of honor. And Debbie, as always, thank you for just being my person and just being here. So y'all get excited. We got new products. We've got May 5th coming. We've got so much going. So I cannot wait to hear what y'all think about it all. So y'all have a great night. Be blessed. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Love y'all.